every time he does these, he runs like a little bitch every time. So now he's doing something at Walmart that the only thing I know about it is the headline is he poisons food, which this is Atozy's video, and Atozy, no spoilers if you've seen this video. Atozy does clickbait his tires a bit. So I'm not taking this poison part at face value. I am not. I'm going to let the video cook because, as I said, the way he titles his videos is... Oh, hi, Drysel. I'm testing out a new voice. Yes, oh, it is him. It is himself. But we'll see just how bad the quote-unquote poisoning is and what the instant regret might be. So we're going to find out. Let's get into this, and let's go.
This TikToker just filmed himself poisoning food at Walmart as a prank, and this might be the dumbest thing that he's done.
What?
Oh, dude.
What? Fucking what? He's spraying fucking insect killer on produce. Yes, this is a fucking crime. Go to my sweet fuck. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. If any of the Walmart employees saw this and did not immediately call the police and follow fucking through on it, or tackle his ass to the ground, I'm going to be even more pissed. Because this is fucking vile. This is like villain shit here. He needs to get the shit beaten out of him for this one. Jesus Christ! Okay, hang on. That's in a bag. Chat? Are those bags ventilated? Archon, I don't know for sure. Are the bags that were just rechecked, they are ventilated? Okay, then I couldn't remember. It looks like it's ziplocked. They do have ventilation holes. So yeah, he's just poisoning the chicken. He's fucking the title's right. This is literally poisoning food. How is nobody seeing this?
There is no way. I hope that's water. Well, now I'm hopping in.
What? Fucking what did Atozy just say? I hope that's water? Did Atozy literally just say, I hope that's water? I don't know. Like, the diet literally, okay, we're at 35 minutes, or 35 seconds. The guy literally, Atozy's watching the same thing we are, I'm presuming, literally pulls out Hotshot, Bedbug, and Flea Killer. And he's saying, I hope that's water? No, dude, that's fucking Bug Killer. That's fucking poison. It's a can. You can't refill it. Well, Merlin, that's what I was saying. Yeah, but Zeb, water does not come in a can. Like anything that comes in a can with a spray of that nature, is not made for spraying on food, unless it's fucking Pam, in which case you'd see that it's Pam spray, and yeah, exactly. Water does not come in a fucking aerosol can, even by the most even by the most crazy metric of reasoning, you would not. I know he's trying to be positive, but okay, let's be fucking realistic. This guy has dumped ice into fryers, knowing how dangerous it is. It is no stretch to think, yeah, he's actually spraying bug killer.
Well, now I'm hopping in a few hours later. It was not water. He admitted that it was poison, but we'll get into that
Oh my
later on. What a
fuck.
great way to end up in prison or get sued by Walmart. My two main questions here are,
No, no. Walmart would not sue. This is straight up fucking law. Well, okay, they might sue, but it's definitely going to be first and foremost, this is felony food tampering. I'm trying to think what actual criminal act this would be. There's probably multiple criminal and civil statutes that would be applicable here. Theoretically, you could probably get hit with assault or public endangerment. Again, depends on the state. Depending upon the state, but he could get hit with criminal and civil on this. Possibly Zeb. It'd be a stretch that'd be a bit of a stretch. Public endangerment is good. Considering the poison, reckless endangerment would be another one. You'd be hard pressed for domestic terrorism. Alex, I think attempted murder would be a stretch. I think it would be a stretch for them to try and do attempted murder. Now, at the same time, the FDA could also come at him with charges potentially. Or the USDA. Yep. Yeah, because you did have chicken there. So yeah, you'd also have governmental agencies that could be coming after him. Absolutely. So, and as they should. They fucking should.
why would you ever do that? And then I guess the follow-up to that question is, why would you ever film yourself doing that? The only thing that's funny that will come from this video is his reaction.
Yes, I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry. I can tell you the reason why he would film himself. Because of TikTok fucking brain rot. Okay? This is another version of This is another version of Johnny Somali. This is a quieter, supposedly sneakier version of Johnny Somali. So instead of doing what Johnny does, where he's a chaos streamer, where he's bombastic about it, he's being sneaky about it, but he's still filming himself because he's basically doing sneaky chaos. And so what's the reason why any of them do this? For fucking clout. I don't know if he's receiving donos through TikTok. But maybe people are, who knows? Maybe he's actually receiving donos through TikTok to do this shit. So yeah, he is the exact same as Johnny's fucking Somali. He's just not as bombastic about it. And just like Johnny Somali, he's a fucking shit stain on society. Johnny is a public menace. This is now he's graduated to direct life-threatening crime. He has. He was on the edge of it with his bullshit with the deep fryers. That still could be considered life-threatening. This is flat out life-threatening. Flat the fuck out. And this is not even reckless. So my reckless endangerment actually goes out the fucking window. This is not reckless. He knows what he's doing. He knows that this is poison. She knows that this will harm and or kill people. So this is direct, it is intentional, and he should be charged as such. No, Revan, I'm not gonna, not premeditated, no, you can't, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Premeditated murder is indicative of if he was actually specifically targeting a person. with the intent to commit a homicide. Reckless endangerment would be. I know I said reckless doesn't fit, but I think from a criminal standpoint, that's probably what they would charge him with. Reckless endangerment or something along those lines. That's I don't know. Attempted murder would not stick. I guarantee fucking to you it would not stick. Attempted manslaughter I don't think would stick either. Because again, that would indicate an intention of causing someone injury that would lead to a homicide. So yeah, but yes, Kaiwa, premeditating is to do harm, but in the context of premeditated murder or premeditated manslaughter, that is to end someone's life. And you would be very hard pressed. And I'm speaking from a legal standpoint, okay? Trust me, I'm with you on he should be charged with this, just as an emotional reflex. I'm there with you on that. Looking at it logically, you would not be able to prove in a court of law that he did this with the intent to cause someone to lose their life. You would not get that.
Cheer 1001 charge he could be nailed with is criminal mischief, which is defined as intentionally defacing or damaging another person's property. He doesn't own that food.
Leo, far too lightweight of a crime. Far too lightweight. Introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, theft. Giraffe, we're hopefully going to find out. It definitely should be a felonious charge. You know, they could potentially charge him with felonious assault.
Possible charges, and there are many, federal charges: adulteration of food, tampering with consumer products, terrorism or sabotage, violation of Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, state charges, food tampering, criminal mischief or vandalism, attempted assault or battery, public health violations. Cheer 100.
Yep. Yeah, that's the terrorism or sabotage one. I think they'd have a hard time making that stick. Thank you, Tracell. Realistically speaking, from a realistic perspective of the court system, they would have a very difficult time making terrorism or sabotage stick. Just being realistic. Adulteration of food, tampering with consumer products, abso-fucking-lutely. Violation of the Insecticide Act, absolutely. Food tampering, yes. Criminal mischief or vandalism, yes. Attempted assault or battery, well, depending upon the state, assault would be the attempted part of all that. So it would just be assault, and of course the public health violations, abso-fucking-lutely. Any and all. Well, okay, but Bobcat, what I'm saying is, good luck actually working that through the courts. That would be the way that when I'm referring to with it working through the courts is when a case is brought before the courts in the U.S., they will usually drop several of the charges to get slam dunks on the charges that they know they can, leading, of course, to the defendant pleading out on the charges that they know they can nail them on. That is what I refer to. It's not that no, he couldn't be charged with it. It's he won't be charged with it because the prosecuting attorney would be able to get a whole host of other charges as a guarantee. And these days in the court system, the prosecuting attorneys work off of the guarantees versus can we make the stick in comparison to the other charges. So that's what I'm referencing to of how he would get charged in court. Not that I wouldn't want him to see him charged with that. I would want the fucking book thrown at him with everything.
Action to the repercussions he gets from it. But sadly,
this motherfucker needs to be fed through a meat grinder. Feet fucking first and real fucking slow.
Ace, I appreciate the sentiment, but no, we don't want anybody to be unalived. He needs to be punished. His ass needs to be thrown in prison. Abso-fucking-lutely. Maybe get his ass kicked by some of the by some of the folks in said prison. We are not going to advocate for unaliving someone. We're not in this channel. We're not. Yes, he should be punished. Yes, what he's doing is pissing me the fuck off. But that's not something we're going to advocate for. And yes, the prisoners will probably take care of that for us, but put him in prison where he belongs. Abso-fucking-lutely.
And I immediately started searching around the Phoenix local news stations, and sure enough, we found some more details on this. So, according to ABC 15, the Mesa Police Department is investigating after a video was posted online showing a man spraying open foods with bug spray at a Walmart store. So this happened in Mesa, Arizona, which is a suburb outside of Phoenix. ABC.
Wow, it happened in Mesa. Okay, this surprises me even more that the fact that this happened in Mesa and that someone in that store was not open carrying and drew down on him. Because don't forget, Arizona is an open carry state. It really surprises me that someone did not see this, armed, and draw down on him. I kind of fully would have expected that, honestly.
C15 was made aware of the social media video Friday morning. It shows a man holding a can of hot shot bug spray as he appears to spray on a variety of foods at a grocery store, including fresh produce and prepared chicken. The video appears to have since been deleted, but it's making rounds on other websites. Tempe police officials initially...
Sucks to be him. He tried to delete his evidence. The internet never forgets. And I wonder how much of this has been getting forwarded to the police and the news at this point. Yeah, he could have done it very early before many people were there, but... Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right, fair enough, Andrea. Fair enough.
The video appears to have since been deleted, but it's making rounds on other websites. Tempe police officials initially said that yes, we're very much aware of this individual, and that the incident was under investigation. Their investigative materials have since been turned over to Mesa police to investigate, as the video appears to have been filmed at a Mesa store, located at Stapley and Baseline Roads. Mesa police say they're actively investigating the store in question and has taken a proactive approach to ensure the safety of their customers. Police say any produce that may have been affected has been removed from public access areas. Dude, they must have thrown out so much inventory because of...
Yeah, they would have had to have thrown out all of their chicken and probably the majority of their produce. That, I wonder how much that cost Walmart. That must have cost them thousands. Because we probably only saw a fraction of that video. Bearing in mind, what we just saw in Atozy's video here is probably a fraction of the video in total. So, God knows what else he sprayed this shit on. I'm not sure if it would have been tens of thousands, but again, we don't know everything that he affected. It's possible that it could have gotten in up into the 5 digits. I'd say it's certainly possible. And yeah, then, yeah, the cleaning for, basically they also had to do cleaning for all those surfaces too. Don't forget, every surface that he sprayed that shit on had to be scrubbed or flat out replaced. And Lance Aldrin, thank you for the follow. So that's another factor, because they may not, like, with what the produce is sitting on, that shit's porous. A lot of the stuff that produce sits on is porous, which means that spray would have soaked into, which means they would have had to replace the entire fucking display. So yeah, factoring in the cleaning costs of the surfaces, yeah, you are probably now, Alex, yeah, you're right. We are probably up into five-digit dollars. Absolutely. Yeah, but Dracel, it's a question of are they going to go to the possible extreme, which would be reasonable, of not only doing the RPC crates, but going beyond that. And then the heating tables is a whole other thing. Who knows? I mean, we are guessing. Like the hot boxes, maybe normal sanitizing efforts would work, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it's like there's a lot of dollars, and Walmart will not fuck around when it comes to like Walmart. 100% will fucking prosecute. Karen fucking T. They'll say, yeah, we're gonna prosecute, and then they're going to sue his ass. They absolutely will fucking sue his ass too. Like, I hope there's a follow up on this because holy shit. I'm not a fan of Walmart by any stretch of the imagination with some of their practices and the way they treat their employees. But I hope I'm kind of fucking cheering for Walmart on this one.
Him. It's good that they took immediate action here, and it's about time because this guy is a net negative for society. All he does is harass, tamper, and assault people for his content. Content. You can barely call it that.
What is this? Oh no, don't fuck with the old man.
Just read that this asshole makes 6 to 10 grand per month from TikTok. The worst that can happen is remove his ability to make content. Cheer 100.
Yeah, take away his money and the attention. Yep. I mean, broken spine, silver, I know. Believe me, I know. That's why I said I'm not a fan of Walmart. Did you miss when I made that when I made that association earlier in the video? I made that exact association. But please tell me he's not going to be fucking around with this poor old man. Fuck.
He should do this in Korea so he finally gets prosecuted. Cheer 100.
Revan? He might, considering he poisoned food, he might actually get prosecuted here. They might actually prosecute him here for poisoning food. That's something that may be a fuck around and find out moment. Finally. What the fuck is...
Right.
What the fuck?
I mean, for all we know, he might.
What the fuck, man? I'm still mind-boggled. I'm still fucking mind-boggled. This guy posts this shit on TikTok. How has he not been arrested 50 fucking times over already? Seriously, how in the fuck has he not been arrested 50 times over? Revan, I don't know. This is the fuck of this. Johnny got banned from TikTok for less than this. How is he still on TikTok? No, Dracel, he's not. But you know what? Out of all of his TikTok, many of his TikTok audience probably just keeps getting a slap. Well, dark. Yeah, but Andrew, what I'm talking about is how has TikTok not banned him? And Draggy Killer, thank you for the follow. That's the question. Johnny Smalley got banned for less than this. And out of all of the people watching his TikToks, yeah, I'm sure probably a lot of them Again, this boils down to the audience is just as culpable, because if the audience was not watching him or throwing money at him, he wouldn't be doing this shit. Some of the people that see this have got to be like, okay, this is fucking wrong. Why don't they report it to TikTok? Why is TikTok not taking this down? The Bobcat, they banned Johnny Smalley for doing less. So why wouldn't they ban him for this? He has to have been reported multiple times. And yeah, he's big enough to notice. Considering how much money he's making on the platform, yes, he is big enough for them to notice. Absolutely. But why haven't they done anything about it? Is it like this guy is the poster child for the people advocating to dump TikTok out of the country? Nope, Tornado, I'm staying dry on this one. I'm letting my anger flow. As it should. This deserves a completely non-alcohol, altered rage. This deserves it for the benefit of these victims.
Might have ruined this guy's only set of clothes. When I had to use a laundromat back in like 2017, when the YouTube ad boycott was going on and I couldn't afford a place that had an in-unit laundry, I would have to wear all my clothes until everything was dirty. Then I went to the laundromat with everything because I wanted to be there as little as possible. So that's what I'm saying. It could be a possibility that that was all this guy's clothes. So the guy now has to discover this, remove all the nasty raw food he put in there, and then pay to rewash his clothes all again and wait infinitely longer. Petition to just put this man under a jail. But hey, I mean, what's so great about this guy is, just like so many others, he's so hungry for attention on the internet that he builds up a phenomenal case against himself. He is his own best witness. Is this?
Tell me if something is actually done to him. He's only his own best witness if something's actually done to him. What needs to happen, if law enforcement is only going to slap him on the wrist, if that's all law enforcement is doing, if he's been arrested before and he just gets a slap on the wrist and cut loose, then people need to start filing civil damage suits. You hit him in the wallet, he'll pay attention. That's how these people don't give a shit about getting arrested. For them, getting arrested is a badge of honor. They can post this on their TikToks. I got arrested for my prank. Wait for my epic one. You hit them in the fucking wallet, then they'll sit up and pay attention. Notice, when did Johnny suddenly get serious? When they took away his revenue, and they took away his access to social media. That's when he sat up and took notice. These people don't consider getting arrested something to take notice of. Why? Because in the United States anyway, they know it's going to be a slap on the wrist. They're not going to see any jail time. They're not going to see any punishment. Hit them in the wallet? Exactly, Grim. You financially kick them in the nuts, then they're going to notice. If all of that ad revenue and all of that donor revenue they got suddenly goes poof because they've had to pay a lawyer and pay out damages to victims, that's when they're going to finally maybe realize, this isn't a bad idea. Well, Atanashi, normally I'd say go for it, but the criminal part isn't doing fuck all. The criminal part's been done. The criminal charges have been done. It's not working. Switch to the financial nuclear option and drain their bank accounts. If every time they do one of these stunts, they get sued for damages and they lose everything, because that's how they're going to lose everything, then they're going to take notice and go, maybe this isn't such a good career choice for me. If they lose all their money and they get banned from the platforms, that's what's going to stop them. Because in this modern age, criminal charges for these chaos streamers don't work. they only use it to bolster their strengths. They view them as badges of honor. So criminal charges mean nothing to them, especially with the fact that they none of the charges ever stick around or they never get punishment. Now, with the Walmart one, due to the nature of it, maybe we'll see something. And maybe as part of the criminal charges, the judge is going to say, you're also going to be ponying up X amount of dollars to Walmart and drain his fucking bank. That's possible. It's a wait and see thing, but it's possible. Okay, Hollow, have a good night. So
This
yeah,
guy can actually face some serious time for his Walmart stunt, and we'll get into that shortly. But have you ever wanted to beta
good.
test new games or get paid to play new games?
Ah,
Well, that's
fuck.
what you can do with today's sponsor,
Ad
FreeCash.
time.
Essentially, FreeCash is a platform that gets paid by mobile gaming companies to
Oh,
review
God.
users and get feedback.
Chat,
Many of
after
these
what
early
we just
users end up
saw,
enjoying these games,
do I
so
really have to
FreeCash
tell
in
you,
turn splits the
stay
revenue with their
away?
users, so it's a win-win. All you have to do is
Do
scan
I-
this QR code or click the
Do
link
I?
down in the description down below.
Yeah,
and
no
sign up to
kidding.
drop
After
your
what we
email
just
and creating a
watched,
password.
yeah,
Then you can start
chat,
browsing
don't
through
do
the
it.
game options and see how
Don't
much
do
you
it,
can
hon.
make. This isn't really a
You're
get
already-
rich quick thing, but
You're
simple
already
stuff that you
blocking
can
it.
make
I'm
an extra
sorry.
$20 to $50
Okay, it's gone.
with here and there by playing new games. As the average time until a user makes their first cash
Like
out
I
is
don't fault
17
I don't
minutes,
fault
and the average
Atozy for
money
this.
earned by
He's trying
users
to
yesterday was just
make
shy of
money.
$40.
I get
Users have earned over
he's
$50
trying to make some
total
money
using
from this,
FreeCash.
so
And once
I'm
you're
not
finished
gonna,
playing, you can cash out your points for either PayPal
I
gift
don't think
cards,
Atozy is a
Bitcoin,
scam
or
or
a bunch
anything
of
like
other
that.
payment
He's just trying to
options.
make
So,
money.
if you want to have some
And
extra
Grim,
cash this
thank you
holiday
for the
season,
follow.
support the channel. You can scan this QR code right here or click the link in the description down below and check out FreeCash today.
Well,
Without
yeah,
further
Revan.
ado, let's continue the video. But it's safe to say the guy that we're talking about today is one of the worst examples of creators that has built their careers off of harassing innocent fast food workers
Yeah.
and assaulting innocent people minding their own business. His content
Yes.
easily falls into the crash out niche, which I guess the likes of Johnny Somali and many others have kind of put into
When did they change chaos streamers to crash out niche? Is this a new categorization that I am unfamiliar with? I never heard of it before. I always just heard of the chaos streamers. Hatsanashi, we should be so lucky, right? Yeah, exactly, Ryben. It's like it doesn't. Chaos streaming, Zeb. When did chaos streaming turn into crash out? Yeah, same Xanax. This is the first time I've ever heard of it.
the mainstream light, and his main claim to fame is dumping a bag of ice into a fryer at a fast food chain.
All right, this is an old one that we've seen. This is an old one. This is one I've raged on before. Chat. Okay. We've seen, this is an old video. We reacted to Atozy's video on this before. It's on my YouTube channel. And yes, I fucking raged. I absolutely fucking raged on this one. I still don't know why these employees didn't do anything. Jesus.
Yeah, if you don't know what happens when you do that, here's an example of someone doing it with way less ice.
Now, okay. Someone who is a fast food initiate. Xanax, he literally just walked back there and no one stopped him. That's how. Someone who is a fast food aficionado. Please tell me if I'm correct. I saw something somewhere not overly long ago that said that using small quantities of ice in the basket is like a means of cleaning the deep fryer or something. Is there any truth to that at all? Like, is there any truth to that? Like, that fast food places will use a small amount of ice in the basket to clean the fry. Okay. I was wondering, I read that somewhere, like someone posted that and I went, that makes no goddamn sense to me. But, okay, absolute lie. Okay, I thought as much, but I figured I'd ask. Just because seeing this reminded me of reading that. Okay. Fair enough, so is bullshit. Shocking. Yeah.
TLDR, it floods the kitchen with grease. They have to shut everything down. And what a nightmare. He just harasses minimum wage workers with his TikTok videos. And from what I can tell, he does have a past of being arrested. And this will really hurt him, especially when it comes to the Walmart situation, as what he did is, from what I can understand, a class 6 felony. And a class 6 felony has a pretty wide range of what can happen to you, but because it seems like he has multiple priors, he's looking at a prison sentence of 2.25 years to 5.75 years in Arizona.
The least severe type of felony in Arizona. Again, this is state charges. What he did could qualify for federal charges too. Remember that. These are state charges. I would question if if he would only qualify for class 6 felony on this. I honestly think that you could make a pretty solid fucking case for higher than a class 6 felony for what he did. And again, what he did could incite federal charges if they wanted to go on it. They could.
So I hope he has fun with that. What a terrible state to choose to commit felonies in.
Is that what it is?
I think this might have caused a chain reaction for him, where he suddenly just gets charged for a bunch of his past TikToks. For example, like false imprisonment and disrupting a business practice, which happens here.
What? False imprisonment? Huh.
Right.
You move this budget cord? No. You guys are locked in there. Forever.
He's lucky some guy didn't take the nearest object, break this glass, and come out and beat the fuck out of him. Like, seriously. This is in Arizona. Again, the minute he did this was surprising that no one basically took out a sidearm and break this glass somehow and go after him. J10. Because there's a high density of assholes right now in our current society. And they love seeing someone basically beat. This guy is basically their surrogate for doing shit that they don't have the balls to do. Okay, that's one thing to remember. His viewer count stems from the fact that they are treating him as their surrogate. They would love to do shit like this. They would love to create chaos like this. But they don't have the balls to even think about doing it. So that's why they watch him. Because he does. And he never gets punished. Take of that as you will, in terms of a commentary on our society. Because he's obviously got a lot of viewers if he's making thousands of dollars every month.
I hope he let him out instantly. And he also did the same thing here, but with a bike lock. Here it seems like the bike lock, or well, because, when you open the door, the bike lock will probably extend enough to let people out. But still, like, dude.
Let me say that again. Yeah. This one would be highly annoying and inconveniencing. But the average person probably could push those doors open enough to squeeze out. It's still a felony. It's still unlawful imprisonment. It's still a criminal charge.
Dude, it's still obstruction of business, no matter what. And then you have the property damage, and I guess obstructing a business here.
And now you just felony. The moment he puts on this mask to conceal his identity, immediately ups any crime to a potential felony. Because he's deliberately trying to conceal his identity. This mask, whatever he is about to do, instant felony.
Then you have attempted battery with a cake.
Somebody's birthday today.
We've seen this. We've seen
Who's
this one.
gonna get a cake?
And by the way, it tells you saying attempted battery with this cake. What he did with the fire extinguisher could be construed as battery also. Because that's CO2. He was literally trying eliminating oxygen in that space with CO2. So that's attempted battery also with the fire extinguisher. This is what I was talking about. Well, this guy's about to come beat his ass.
Uh-oh.
And what does he do? Ads again? Okay. We've seen this before. We've seen this before. This was in the other Atozy video that we watched before. But this is what he does. Every time, he runs like a little bitch. Every single time. He did this. There was one where he went into like a crowded restaurant, and I forget if he like dumped a pie on someone's head, or what he did to like a group of people. As soon as he did it, he sprinted out the other fucking door and ran like a bitch. He does that every time. Every time he runs like a little bitch. I'm honestly surprised nobody has caught up with him and beaten the fuck out of him. That is one of the biggest surprises, is that he has not gotten his ass handed to him at any point yet. Mess around with the pay kiosk. What do you mean? What pay kiosk, Eki? What are you talking about with that? I don't remember seeing him messing around with the pay kiosk. Okay, ads are done? Okay. When he ran out of the restaurant. Oh, is that what he was doing? Is that he was messing around with the pay kiosk? Okay, I don't remember that. I don't remember. It's been a while since we watched it, so I could be forgetting about it.
Yeah, getting hit with a cake from that high up will definitely hurt. This was probably the most shocking one I found, though, where he threw a deceased pigeon into a McDonald's fryer.
What?
Very surprised he hasn't been sued for this.
Fried pigeon?
What the hell is that doing in the restaurant?
So he hit the employee.
Wait.
Fryer?
Neither have I.
Very surprised he has.
It was on the floor. How the hell did he get in there? Did
Into a
he
McDonald's
literally...
fryer?
Did he... Oh, I bet I know what he did. No, I bet I know what he did. From outside... Yeah, because this is the back. So he probably threw it in there first, expecting a reaction. He probably got no reaction, so he took it the next step, walked in, picked it up, and threw it at the employee. I'll bet you that's what happened, because we haven't seen this one. Well, Revan, maybe in terms of like, maybe like desecrating a corpse or something in terms of the animal cruelty, possibly if Arizona has that kind of charge. And yeah, like Paladin, that's exactly what I said. I am amazed he has not gotten the shit kicked out of him yet. That's the one thing that amazes me in Arizona.
So he hit the employee and the fryer with that. Man, I would hate to be his defense attorney. But on the other hand, they are employing these lawyers, so a little bit of both there. But
He
either
got
way,
arrested,
this dude's
Grim. I
life
don't
is
think he's in
essentially a
custody.
crash out simulator. He is trying to make his life as hard as possible.
Supposedly he got arrested. He's been arrested and got a slap on the wrist previously for the Walmart thing that we're watching in this video at the beginning. He was arrested, probably is not being held, but he was probably arrested, booked, and has probably been released until his court date. So it's highly unlikely that he's still in custody. That would be my guess.
For himself, just for a little bit of social media attention.
Oh yeah,
And
big
we have
sport.
another one of him
They
just
take the
obstructing a
fuck out of
business.
that Waffle House.
It's incredible, actually, how many of these there are.
This is the Wendy's.
Here's in Glendale.
Christ, we're into the bad version of, sir, this is a Wendy's. We're into the bad version of that name, chat.
Arizona.
Wait, hang on. Chat, am I crazy? Uh-huh. Maybe people are starting to beat the shit out of him. Maybe they are. That definitely looks like he caught a fist or two to the face. Mm-hmm. It didn't stop him, though. That's why I said, you want to, but you know what? It hasn't stopped him. And that's why I said, the only thing he cares about is clout, clicks, and money. That's what needs to be taken away from him. You take away his money, you take away his clout, you take away his ability to string this shit on the internet to thousands of anonymous, faceless people egging him on. That's when it might stop. That's why I've said, you want to hurt these people, you hurt them in the wallet. Atanashi, who fucking knows?
Oh, if I got my hands on him, he would find out real quick his clout doesn't mean shit.
Eki, I appreciate the sentiment, but again, he seems to have already found out. Somebody already looked like they tuned him up, and it's not stopping him. Because they wear that as badges of honor. They wear those as badges like, look, I'm pissing people off and I'm getting a reaction. That's how they view it. They're viewing it as, I'm getting a reaction. The only reaction that's going to actually make him take notice is the financial reaction. That is what will get them to take notice. They don't care about anything else because they are so brain rotted, needing that oh sweet clout and oh sweet ad revenue. That's it. And yes, him being in jail would stop him from making that money. And not only that, it would drain him, with him. Well, Revan, he was still making money. He was. Even after he kept getting bumped off of platforms, he was still making money. Now, he's crying that he can't afford a lawyer in Korea. So, and he's off of the platforms. Now, like South Korea did something that the United States will never do. The United States, if they want to take a note from Korea of how to deal with this, for these chaos streamers, ban them from any social media usage. Ban them from social media usage for X amount of time. Why not? If they're committing crimes in the name of social media and streaming, why not take that away from them legally? I bet it probably could be done. I bet you there's a way and it could be done. I bet you he did, Pixel. I bet he did. That's what he was saying. He walked up the kitchen and said there's a fire in the bathroom.
There's a fire in your bathroom. Oh yeah, you forgot. There's a fire in your bathroom. Wait, there's a fire in the bathroom? Yeah.
That's a crime. That's a crime. And he's running like a bitch. Yep, that's felony. He's just like, he's stacking felonies. But because the courts are not doing anything about him, yeah, he's literally stacking crimes. Everyone over and over again. But if the courts don't actually punish him, why should he fucking care? That's what happens with these streamers. They commit crimes, they don't get punished, and so they just think, I can get away with anything. And I'll keep doing it and keep making money off of it. Yeah. Pixel, that's exactly it.
Bro's hilarious. What a waste of time. But this guy has clearly been harassing the greater Phoenix area for long enough that even the Tempe Reddit is asking why he hasn't been arrested yet. So it's safe to say a lot of the locals are reporting his actions. So it'll be really interesting to see what will happen from this. Because now we actually know the police are finally investigating, and clearly they have been aware of him. Maybe something happens in the future, and if so, that'll definitely be an interesting trial to follow. Well, I'm here a few hours later, and something did indeed happen, as he was arrested by Mesa police. And not only was he arrested, but he also turned himself in and admitted that he sprayed poison on the food. So it definitely was not water. At this point, dude, he's just a danger to society. Just please put him in prison. This is unacceptable.
Now, here's the question. He's turned himself in for this. The Mesa police have probably got hundreds of hours of video evidence of him committing crimes all over the place. How much are they going to stack against him? Because if he's turned himself in, they know, he's got video evidence. He's put his face in every single one of these videos. How many charges are they going to start stacking against him when they start going through his TikTok feed? Because if I was in that police station while he's being processed, I would have someone going through his TikTok feed and finding out what he's got on there and go charge, 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 and just start stacking charges, and at the same time maybe reaching out to the public and saying, listen, we have this guy in custody. He's being charged for doing XYZ. If you have any evidence, if you have any video evidence of his TikToks that he presented that he has since deleted of him committing crimes, please send them to our police department. And then just keep stacking charges on him. You stack enough charges on him, something's going to stick. Something will. Yeah, check his Instagram, check his TikTok. I imagine it would not be difficult to get a warrant. It would, given the video evidence they already have, it would be a very simple matter for them to get a warrant for his TikTok and his Instagram accounts. Because, again, he may have deleted the videos. That shit is still on their servers. You can still get them on the... It may have been shut down, Eki, but all of it is still sitting on their servers. With a warrant, you could actually get that shit from their servers.
We do not deserve to live in a society with someone who's just willingly poisoning food for his own TikTok content. But here, according to the AZ Central, we have the title saying Mesa police arrest man seen in TikTok video spraying bug spray on food at Walmart. Mesa police arrested 27-year-old Charles Smith for allegedly spraying pesticides on produce at a Mesa Walmart and filming it for a reckless social media post. Smith went into the Walmart located on Sapley and Baseline Roads Thursday evening planning to film pranks.
The clothing, some do. Some of these, I think more, mostly I think it's the larger police departments, but I think more and more are starting to, more and more of them, I think, are starting to develop their own social media divisions because so many crimes are literally on social media. And so I think probably not in a not too distant future, I'd say all reasonably sized police departments are probably going to have a social media division. That would not surprise me in the slightest if we hear about that in the near future, that most decently sized police departments have one of those.
Video showed the man spraying bug spray on yams, lemons, chicken, and other produce was uploaded to Instagram and TikTok.
While this is in Arizona, culturally it's California light, so him getting serious beatings or worse. Or even serious charges are unlikely. Fat chance the DA throws the book at him. Cheer 100.
Well, in that case, we have to hope for federal charges, considering he committed federal crimes too.
TikTok by the known user Wolfie Coletti. The original video has since been deleted, but reposts are circulating online. Through investigative means, with the assistance of the Tempe Police Department, detectives were able to identify Smith as the suspect. Mesa police contacted Smith and turned himself in voluntarily. During the interview, Smith admitted to the theft and spraying of the pesticide. Smith was booked into jail on charges of introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and theft. Both Walmart Media Relations and Mesa Police confirmed that the store's management was informed, the contaminated produce was removed, and the affected area are being cleaned and sanitized. Coletti, a user who originally posted the video showing himself dispensing the bug spray, later uploaded 2 videos to his relative's social media accounts with the captions, "Fooled you, threw them away, and I promise I threw them away." No.
Wait, hang on. Okay. Probably, Andrea.
The videos then show him taking large quantities of the produce from the shelves, loading it into a shopping cart, and pushing the cart to an unspecified location within the Walmart. All right, here's a screenshot of it as well. Now, this is some weirdo behavior. Even if he removes it, like, still, I mean, that spray landed on the buckets beside the bucket he removed right there. Coletti told the Republic all the produce was thrown away right after and that no one was poisoned. This claim has not been confirmed by authorities. Well,
like, why should we believe a fucking word this guy says? Seriously, in what universe does this guy think that anybody's going to believe a single thing he says? Because no one is. No one's going to believe him. Everyone is going to assume every fucking thing that comes out of his mouth is a lie. I do. That's how I feel. I feel like anything he says is going to be a lie. You cannot believe a single word that he said.
It seems like this dude flew way too close to the sun, all for some internet attention. It'll be really interesting to see what kind of penalties he gets from this, because this story will really set an example for future TikTokers and prank streamers who act like this for attention on the internet. If he gets a harsh sentence, that sends a clear message. If he gets a very light sentence,
no, it doesn't. We've seen these chaos streamers actually get what is supposed to be considered a severe sentence, and they wear it like a badge of honor. So, like, severe sentence only works if it's like multiple years, preferably like 10 years in prison. Like, jail time doesn't work. Jail time, they wear as a badge. Prison time, which means 1+ years, and it needs to be multiple years, that's the only way it can send a message. Because when you take these people away from their audience for a couple of years, they move on. I've said this about Johnny Smalley. When he has been disconnected, his popularity is only still there because the story about his arrest and everything is still prevalent and people are talking about it. If he goes into Korean prison for a couple years, he'll be forgotten about. And that will be the metaphorical death of his TikTok career, his social media career. Because if he is unable to post content for a couple years, people will forget about him. they will move on to someone else. And then when he gets out of prison and tries to start back up again, no one's gonna fucking care. Because everybody's moved on. That is how you basically kill their ability to do this shit. You basically make them disappear offline for a couple years and people forget about them. That, and you basically take away all his money. You know, Walmart, they have said, I know they treat their employees like shit, but I hope they sue the fuck out of him for damages and take everything.
That also sends a very clear message.
Okay, Leo, have a good night.
Sadly, we're welcoming this behavior. So hopefully that's not the case. Thanks again to our sponsor, Free Cash, and check them out in the link in the description down below if you want to make some extra cash testing out video games. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. Holy crap. That was insane.
Cheer 100. This always makes me wonder how many similar or copycat people are running around doing the same things, just not getting public attention.
My guess is a lot. That's my guess is more than a few. Very likely. Yeah. That it's very likely this has become something of a meme. And yeah, they start off small and then, like Atsunashi said, they start to escalate and get to the point of this guy, and that's when they start garnering attention.